How to start a blog in 2025, the step-by-step tutorial for beginner bloggers. I'm going to be talking about real steps, no fluff. Your blog to business plan starts here. I started blogging because I was so broke back in 2018. I was desperate, not because I had a business degree or some genius blog and content idea, but I was living in my aunt's basement, hating the thought of a 9-to-5 and scraping money together through broadcasting on all of these different live apps. When I found a few make money blogging posts on Pinterest while I was searching through there, I thought that I'd found the secret, but spoiler alert, I did not. What I found was a lot of outdated advice about blogging. Add ads to your site, use affiliate links, build a product, and sell it for a few bucks. That got me nowhere, not a single dollar for 2 full years focusing on those monetization strategies that these blog gurus were telling me to make money from. They made it sound so easy, but it was not. Once I stopped treating my blog like a hobby and started building it like an actual business, that's when everything changed. In 4 months, I made $4,000. That was a game changer from $0 in 2 full years. But today, blogging pays my bills. It funds my freedom. We're literally going to Hawaii for 3 weeks starting in May, and I'm extremely excited. It allows me to live this life of freedom and to be able to just go on vacation for however long I want to. And it helps me to stay at home with my 2-year-old and live a life of complete freedom and joy and to take care of my son. It helps other women do the same. So if you're done spinning your wheels in circles and you're ready to finally start a real blog in 2025, a business that makes money, here is the step-by-step plan. The one I wish I had when I first started. I'm going to be using my iPad to draw on, which is why you see this on screen. Step number 1 is to choose the right niche based on a real person. You're not just going to be picking a niche or a topic within that niche. You're going to be focusing on choosing the who you want to help. So instead of saying, I want to blog about productivity, you want to say instead, I help overworked, overwhelmed working moms stay organized with grace and not guilt. Because, pro tip, if you can't describe your niche with a I help who with what, then it's completely too vague. Okay, you need to know that one specific person that you're going to be talking to within your content, within your blog post, within your copywriting on your website. You want to have her come onto your website and instantly know that your blog is the solution to all of her problems. This is going to be the blog for her. She needs to instantly be able to know that when she lands on your site. And if she don't, because you have many different topics and you're speaking to many different people on your website, then she's going to click off, didn't ever get that feeling that this blog was specifically for her, to help her. So you want to write a statement of, I help blank. I help who my person is specifically with whatever she's struggling with. Step number 2 is to treat your blog like a business from day 1. Forget starting a hobby blog and seeing where it goes. You need an actual offer. No more affiliate marketing links, no more ads. They will distract your readers from reading your content and taking the actions you want them to. When they land on your site and your blog post, the number one thing that they should be doing is to connect with you, number 1, so go to your about page, and number 2, sign up to your freebie. If you're not getting people to sign up to your freebies, then what are you doing? You're not actually growing. You're just getting traffic that leads where, right? You want to get them onto your email list so that they can continue to keep coming back to your website, because they need at least 10 to 20 touch points with you to see your content at least 10 to 20 times before they feel ready to buy from you. So number 1, you need an offer. You need to create your own offer because affiliate marketing is only going to get you so far. You might be capped at like the $1,000 mark. I've seen ladies being capped at like $3,000 because of your traffic. When you make money with affiliate marketing and ads, you're capped by the traffic. You need tons of traffic coming to your website every single month to make a significant amount of money. If you want to quit your job and pay your bills and live a life of freedom, like going on vacations and staying home with your kids, then you need to create your own offer. Because don't you even want to be your own CEO? Wouldn't you want to be your own CEO, creating your own offers and then getting other people, other bloggers to be affiliates for your product? Don't you want that instead of trying to sell everybody else's offer out there and making them money? Don't you want other people to make you money? Right? So let's focus on an offer that we can create. We need one offer that will be one problem that solves one problem for one specific person that you're targeting. So we need an offer like a digital product, but these offers have to solve problems. So we need a product, or we can do coaching, membership, etc. Okay? And then we need a freebie that leads into it. Instead of trying to get people to buy your offer as soon as they land on your website, that's not a strategy. If they're landing on your blog post and instantly you're trying to pitch them something, they're not going to buy. You need to first get them onto your email list so that you warm them up and nurture them. And how we do that is with a freebie. So we offer them for free, something that's going to make them think, wow, if this is what she's offering for free, then what is her paid products going to be like? Like, how helpful is the paid products going to be if this freebie is already helping me? This freebie also needs to help with someone's problem. Not just a simple planner that they can download, not just a simple PDF, but something really good, in-depth, lengthy, juicy content that is going to actually be helpful for them. No, you want to really go out into this freebie. Make sure you're creating this to be something that you could actually sell. The next step is that we need content that moves readers towards both. So when it comes to offers, we need content that moves them to the freebie. And then from the freebie, that's when we can make our offer inside of our email list. So it's like this funnel where we go, okay, here's the blog content. This content is specifically to get people onto our website, onto our blog post so that we can pitch the freebie. They get onto our email list, they get inside of a welcome sequence, and then inside of a sales sequence that really nurtures them and then sells them our offer. Okay, number 3 is that we want to set up your website the right way. So forget WordPress. You can use WordPress, but I'm not trying to ditch WordPress here. WordPress is really difficult for new bloggers to build a really good website that takes your readers on a journey to wanting to work with you. So we need a really good, high converting website. Not WordPress.org. I don't recommend this platform anyway because it's so complicated to build a high converting website with Elementor or even with a simple theme. You want a unique website that really stands out. You want to take your reader on a journey to wanting to sign up to those freebies and services. It's completely different if you want to design an actual blog website versus a business website that gets them to buy something from you that has a lot of copywriting on it. A blog website is just like a standard blog static homepage, but a business website has all of these different sections on the homepage that positions you as an authority in your niche, connects them with you instantly, pitches offers to them, and gets people onto your freebies. And then at the end, maybe it tells them all about your content and your blog. The main goal is to get somebody onto your freebie or get them to book a call with you if you're offering a service or apply to work with you. It's very different and much more different building websites now than it was back then. Your website should instantly capture leads. Get them to sign up to your freebie. That is the number one goal. Then we can offer something else like book a call, but we have to have copywriting, a really good brand messaging to guide readers towards wanting to take these actions that we want them to. So that leads me to step number 4. We need really good brand messaging and visuals. You don't want to just pick pretty colors. You want to build a brand that moves people, that gets them to take action. The brand, when somebody instantly lands on your site, they're already feeling emotions based off of colors alone and the design alone. If somebody doesn't like your design or like the vibe that they're feeling, it's walking into a new room. Like the room and enjoy yourself and feel the vibe and want to stay and hang around. The vibe could be cozy, fancy, dark, or whatever, minimalist. There's these different moods and vibes in each room that you walk into, right? And you're either going to want to stay or not. It's like that. When somebody lands on your website, do they want to stay? Are they feeling that vibe? Are they feeling the emotions you want them to? That's going to be based on colors alone. So you can do a little bit more research on color psychology, but we want them to feel emotions so that they will stay on the website. Because what is the point to get somebody onto our website, right? If they're just going to click off the next second later and not sign up to the email list. We want them to stay long enough and read the copywriting on our website so that they feel emotions, they hear our message, they're resonating with our message, and then it pitches them a freebie so that they will sign up to our email list. What do you want someone to feel the second that they land on your blog? What do you want them to feel? And then what beliefs do you want to shift? Your people are going to have these beliefs about themselves, beliefs about your niche. For example, bloggers have the belief that they have to start their blog website on WordPress.org, which is not the case. I don't recommend it. I recommend easier platforms where you can design a high converting website that's going to act as a 24/7 salesperson for you with really good copywriting and really good structure. Also for Google to read the hierarchy behind your site. What beliefs do you have to shift for somebody to be ready and to pay attention, right, enough to want to sign up to the freebie and to buy from you? And are they going to resonate with that? And what problem are you going to solve better than anyone else? What problem are you going to solve? For example, Boss Lady Bloggers, as soon as you land on our site, you instantly see that we solve the problem of helping lady bloggers start and monetize their blogs into a highly profitable blogging business. And then we want to choose the colors, the fonts, the imagery that will reflect the emotions and the values that we have. We also need really good copywriting and brand messaging that takes over from the colors. So somebody lands on our site, they will stay based on colors alone, then they will start reading. But those words that they do read, they have to be so impactful. They have to speak on their problems, shift those beliefs, and make them feel things so that they want to take action. Which leads me to my next step. We need to create a freebie that solves one problem fast. A freebie. This is your lead magnet. This is the number one way to build your email list. So some ideas could be a planner, a checklist, but I don't recommend that. Okay, that's just simple. That is a simple freebie that's not really going to help nurture your audience and warm them up to you enough to want to buy from you. It's good to capture the lead really quick with a planner or a checklist, but I want you to go all out into one of your freebies to do like a 10-minute podcast freebie or a video series freebie, something with audio and video that is going to hit the spot where you can really connect on camera or through your voice to your audience and help even more shift those beliefs and talk on their problems. Present your offer as the solution to those problems. It doesn't need to be super fancy, but it has to be relevant and solve one specific problem. And it also has to connect yourself to the audience. They have to like you, know you, and trust you in order to buy from you. The way we can do that is by connecting with them on a deeper level through audio and video-based freebies. If you do not want to do an audio or video-based freebie, then what you can do is a PDF helping them overcome a problem, but in depth, not 5 pages, but a 50-page, super in-depth PDF that helps them overcome problems. Not all of it has to be text-based. You can do text that helps them overcome their problems with a little workbook. It has to position yourself as the authority. It has to build a know and trust factor with you. It has to solve one of their problems, and it has to be specific, and it has to actually wow them because they want to think, okay, if this is what her freebie is going to be like, then what is her paid product going to be like? We want to connect it to an email service like Flowdesk. Start your email list. I highly recommend Flowdesk. A welcome sequence is what we need to build. Now, this is a series of automated emails that help warm them up to you. So the welcome sequence, its goal is to get them into the freebie. You say freebie delivery, you write your freebie delivery email, and then you put them inside of what I like to call this nurture sequence or bonding sequence. Then we can do a bridge sequence. This is just 1 or 2 emails that bridges the gap from like nurturing them, like being friends with them, bonding with them, to then selling to them. Okay, so then through these sequences on automation, this is where they finally get pitched that offer so that we can sell to them. Just a little recap before we move on to anything else. We have content, right? The content will help them to go to a freebie. From the freebie, they get inside of these automated sequences. From there, they get pitched the offer. So then they will go to your offer sales page, and then they will buy, right? That leads me to step number 6. We want to write the first 3 to 5 blog posts. And I don't want you to just write random tips, right? People do not need more knowledge these days. They need implementation. They need belief shifts. You want to shift their beliefs in this content. You want to write strategic content that helps your reader, that solves one of those problems, that positions you as the expert, and that leads into your freebie. I like to write my introduction that has a really captivating hook and story within it. So I say, okay, this is going to help them solve the problem of not being able to make enough money with affiliate marketing, right? So that's what the post is going to help them overcome. Then I'm going to tell my story on how I overcame that certain problem and how I started to make money so that they can see themselves through the bridge from problem to solution. They can see themselves in my shoes, right? And so the introduction, hook, and story. And then right after that introduction, this is when I give them that freebie. And all throughout that blog post, I will present that freebie to them so that they jump inside. The freebie needs to be directly related to whatever we're talking about within that blog post. After I present this freebie, then I will do step number 1, step number 2, etc. through my content. An example of this would be how to make money with blogging without affiliate marketing. Step number 1, create an offer that solves one specific problem for one specific person. Step number 2, blah, blah, blah. After we teach, then we do the call to action. Number 1, freebie. Number 2, pitch the offer at the end. We structure it like this because people are only going to read this first section of the blog post and then they're going to get onto their freebie, and then they're going to hear from us forever because they're on our email and newsletter, and they will go through those email sequences that will eventually sell the offer to them after we get the person enough touch points with us to then be ready to buy from us. For example, I would write blog posts on the 5 mistakes new bloggers make and then what to do instead, or how I plan my entire blog in one weekend. The truth about blogging in 2025 that no one talks about. We want to use those type of blog posts like mistakes, misconceptions, things that they believe right now that we can shift, then present our freebie as the solution and present our offer as the bigger solution to their problems. In step number 7, that is when we start to get traffic. We don't focus on writing content first because we don't even know what we're selling. How can we create content that revolves around our offer so we can, talk about their problems within that specific niche, what our offer is going to help them solve? Then we write content around that. We create a freebie that solves one of those problems, and our offer gets pitched as a bigger solution. So we get everything backwards instead of starting with website content. We need an offer first. That is the number 1 step to starting a blog. Know what you're going to be selling. And then after we start creating content, really good content that solves their problems, that pitches them the freebie, and that we know that it's going to do well, then we can start bringing traffic to our really good content, our really good website, brand messaging, brand visuals that's going to help them stay on our site so that they read our messaging so that we can funnel them into our email sequence so we can sell to them. Once those foundations are in place, then we can start worrying about traffic. What most bloggers are doing is they're worried about content and traffic first without ever even knowing what they're selling and just putting affiliate links and ads into their blog content and their website and then wondering why they're not making enough money. You don't have enough traffic yet. You need thousands and thousands of page views, but in order to captivate anybody's attention to stay on your website to sign up to your email list, you need foundations first. You need a really good foundation to solve one specific person's problems. This is what works in 2025. But you do not need 1 million page views. You need the right person to find your blog. We can start with Pinterest, SEO, and I highly recommend nowadays podcast and YouTube. That is what we're moving into. We've been moving into video-based content for a very long time, but we want to create video content that's going to be evergreen. Reels just disappear, and it's really hard to even get our audience to see the reels that we're even publishing, so that's not a good strategy. We need evergreen content. These 3 platforms are evergreen, and people can find us forever once we post, as long as the topics are solving their problems to captivate them, to lead them to our blog. That is the number 1 strategy. These also can be pitching our freebie to get them into our email newsletter and then bring them back to our website and can check out what we have there and then get them inside the email sequence to buy from us. It's a lot better strategy to focus on building traffic to our freebie and not just our blog posts and not just our home pages, but to our freebie, because the freebie is the number 1 goal. Step number 8 is to build your email list and then sell. Okay. This is where your money lives. Emails, trust, and trust build sales. So how do we grow our email newsletter is through these platforms, pitching our freebie to scale to a large audience. I like to run $5 a day Pinterest ads to my freebies or to my blog posts. The blog posts actually work better. Run an ad to a blog post. People click on it because it's going to be very helpful to them. Then they see a really captivating freebie within that blog post, and I get much better results. So grow the email list through the traffic, through the content. What I like to do is Pinterest ads, $5 a day, because we can get so much more people to sign up when we do this, run ads, but it's not needed. As long as you're creating content and pitching your freebie on a weekly, daily basis, then you will be good. So I recommend to start your email list and start growing it right away. When I design bloggers' websites, I don't publish their website until they have their freebie created, the sign-up forms, the welcome sequences, and everything written. The whole funnel built up. All of the foundations have to be in place before we even go and publish their website. We build the foundations first. Then we start getting traffic to the foundations and we start growing our email list with Pinterest ads, podcasting, and traffic growth strategies. Then we launch your first offer to the audience we have built up. I highly recommend at least 100 email subscribers. Launch your offer. So you could offer one-on-one coaching call, digital planner, a Notion template, a 4-week group coaching program, a course, or a membership. I highly recommend that you have an easy yes offer, an entry offer that allows them to enter your world. This is going to be something cheaper on a lower price point, under $97. Then we can have a mid-ticket offer, which could be a membership, course, or group program. Then we have our high programs like one-on-one coaching or services, so that we want to position our offers as like a ladder, right? So that they buy everything we have to offer along the way. We want to launch our signature offer. Let's say the mid-ticket offer is the signature one. We would launch that first. I highly recommend that this one is a membership. I highly recommend memberships for bloggers because it allows you to stack your income over time. Even if it's priced at a lower price point and we get a lot of people to join, we're creating recurring revenue, and that just stacks and stacks over time. Do not wait until your offer is perfect to finally launch it. Focus on getting it out there so you can validate that the offer is something your audience is going to want and need from you. After we launch this offer, which I will break down in another video, step number 10 is to stay consistent. You have to stay consistent even when it's hard. You're going to have to write a ton of blogs, and most of them are going to flop. You're going to have to create weekly content for podcasting, for YouTube, for all of these different platforms. You can start one at a time. Get really good at one, add on a podcast. Get really good at the podcast and the blog content put together, and then add on YouTube. Over time, you can do it that way. If you want traffic to come to your website so they can get in your email list and get into your sales funnel and start buying from you, you have to create content on a consistent basis. You have to get in front of their faces annoyingly, right? If you want to grow an audience, you're going to send emails that no one reads. You're going to write blogs that no one reads. You're going to doubt everything. But this business is not built overnight. It's built one post, one email, one sale at a time. Remember, progress over perfection, consistency over virality, resilience over talent. This is the only thing that has allowed me to create a 7-figure blogging business. Progress, consistency, and being resilient. If you're serious about starting your blog this year in 2025, don't leave here empty-handed. Go below and get my free Start a Blog course, because this is the exact roadmap that I teach my coaching clients. And if you found this helpful, I would love for you to drop in the comments below. I'm ready in all caps so that I can cheer you on, okay? You're building your freedom one step at a time, okay? Let's go. Have a good one. Bye.